About 2 years ago, after I gave birth to my twin daughters, I had a hard time. They were my first children, and I didn't have anyone helping me since both our grandparents live out of state. Everything was hard, and I got stressed out a lot. There was pressure that I have to do well, and at the same time, I blamed myself about how I am a poor mother to my kids. I was sensitive, hearing advice from my husband. I was very nervous and hysteric, thinking about bad things about my past. I wanted to find a reason and someone to blame for. Relationship between my husband and I got worse. We fought almost every day for 1 year. One day, at the end of our fight, we talked about God, and he handed me a book titled Purpose Driven Life. As I read the book, I found peace somehow, and I prayed and asked my questions to God every day until I got the answers. I considered him to be Lord of my life at that time. I hadn't thought about getting baptized until I read the book, Purpose Driven Life. I considered myself not qualified to get baptized because I didn't know about God and Bible well. But in the book, writer said baptism is not an optional ritual to be delayed or postponed. So I decided I'm going to get baptized when I go to church. As I look back, I think at every moment Jesus was at work in my life. But if I need to pick a moment, it was when we moved here to Texas from San Diego. When my husband got out of army, he wanted to move to Texas. At the time, I wanted to finish my school first, and I had a scary feeling to move away from what I know and start over again. After I gave birth, my husband thought California was not a place for us, and my husband asked me to move together the other state. It was hard for me. I was concerned about everything like money, starting a new life in a new place. So I prayed to God that wherever my husband says, let's go, I'm gonna consider it a God's will, even if it's going to be hard. Then we moved to Texas. We borrowed money to move here. My husband quit his job and he didn't have a job when he moved here. I relied my faith on God's hand. We just came here with 18 months, twins, and 2 dogs and started a life. After about a week later, husband started to look for a job. He applied to a company and he got interviewed a day after, and he got an offer that day. And we now had more than we expected. I think this is Jesus at work in my life. The Jesus is somebody who has a plan for us. He changed my life in that he let me know that whatever happens to me, there is God's will. So if I am in a hard situation and complain about my situation, I know he planned that for me and there is a reason. This is Amanda, and I've been made new by Jesus.